Today I am doing a review / first impressions of ColourPop. They have their new foundation out, the No Filter foundation. I've never tried anything from ColourPop at all, so this is my first experience. I got a couple of things I'm going to talk about. If you're used to my foundation reviews, you'll kind of know what to expect. So this is the ColourPop No Filter foundation. It is pretty new. I'm sure you've seen plenty of other reviews at this point though. It's very popular. It's $12. It comes in 42 shades, which is a lot. Has a pump. It's supposed to be matte, oil-free. It also is supposed to be full coverage. And now I'm taking it out of the box. It looks way darker than my skin tone. Fun! This is in the shade Light 60. They do offer a really great kind of online help thing to pick your shade because there is so many to choose from, and I thought I got it exact, and it might be a little bit dark. They also have a find your shade by matching like your shade in a different brand. There's no SPF in this. It is cruelty free and vegan, and it is 1 fluid ounce, I believe. Oh, it's not. It's 0.85 fluid ounces, so it's not a whole fluid ounce. Interesting. It's also supposed to be blurring, which is interesting. I do have pores, so I'm excited to see the effects of that. I also have the new pressed powder and a few lip products, so I'll get to that as we move along. Obviously, a lot of people who try this are going to have more oily skin. I do not. More combo dry, actually. I have some oiliness in the T-zone, and it's a little hot today, so I might be a little bit oily, but I'm mostly really dry around the outside of my face. But it also does say full coverage, if I didn't mention that already. And if you are familiar with my channel, know that I'm not a full coverage person, so I'm not going to be like loading this up to get full coverage out of it. But I'm going to zoom you in so you can see kind of what my skin looks like beforehand. Now we're zoomed in, we can see I have a lot of scarring going on, a bit of redness around this area, and I do have melasma around my mouth, which is like a yellowing to the skin. The shade said something about having like a peachy undertone. It's a neutral. I thought that would be right for me, and we're gonna give it a go. I do have a Real Technique sponge, nice and wet here, because that's how I apply foundation. It's like a locking pump, so that's nice. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Oh, it's liquidy, very liquidy, and it's so dark. Look at that compared to my face. Oh boy. So let's see what happens. Oh, it's definitely too dark. And it is, I want to say it's full coverage. My full coverage isn't the same as like someone who wears full coverage on the daily. If you used a brush, I'm sure you'd get more full coverage. It's really leaking. Like, look at my hand. It's like really, really liquidy. I guess if you're picking your shade online, maybe go a little lighter than you think. I do think the undertone is perfect for me though. It doesn't feel heavy or drying, so that's nice. If you are aware, I recently did a review on the Healthy Skin. Is it called Healthy? The Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. I really like that a lot. I mean, you can definitely still see my skin through it. That was one pump that I spread out over my entire face. It's not clinging to any of my dry areas. Like all my scars usually make it clings to them. It's really not doing that at all, and a lot of times around my T-zone where I have big pores, it looks kind of like, I don't know, like weird, and it looks really good. It's like blurring my pores, not as much as like a blurring primer. The coloring is pretty dark, but it's really not that bad. I don't think I've ever been this comfortable with the foundation. Even that Physicians Formula one, I really, really like it actually a lot. I'm pretty darn impressed. You can see my skin through it, but I prefer that. If you don't, I'm sure you can build this up. And I do think that if you use the brush, you would 100% get more coverage out of it. That's just the way the world works. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup. We'll be back for the rest of the review. Okay, so I have the rest of my makeup on except for a lip product and the powder I wanted to apply. So this is the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. Looks like that, and I got in the shade Light. There's only 6 shades of the powder. I know there is a loose powder as well, but I have the Powder powder from Glossier. That's a loose powder, and I love it, but I like a pressed powder just because of the convenience. So I was hoping this would be just as good as that. Like I said, I don't have super oily skin, but I do get pretty shiny just in my T-zone, and I do have pretty big pores. This feels heavy. Not heavy, but like good quality. So this is the shade Light. It is not that light. There is one shade lighter, I think, than this one, and the mirror is really, really good size and nice. Like, this is a nice compact to have in your bag. So I have the setting brush from Real Techniques. So I'm gonna just dab that in there, tap off excess, and just kind of powder the T-zone. Actually, it's working out really nicely. It's not really dry at all, and it looks really nice in this area. I don't know if it's great for under the eyes. It might be too drying. I have really, really dry under eyes. I actually think it looks really nice, and it doesn't feel like it sucked all the life out of my skin. So far, so good. By the way, everything from ColourPop apparently is cruelty-free and vegan. I didn't know that. That's great. Woo, that feels nice. I didn't mean to touch my face, but it's very smooth. Okay, so I got 3 lip products. I'm gonna try them all on, but then I'm gonna choose which one I want to wear for the rest of the day. So the first thing I got was the Ultra Blotted Lip. in the shade Zuma. This is $6. It's supposed to dry, matte, and feel soft, transfer proof, long wear. This is the shade. It's really pretty. It doesn't smell like anything. Definitely dries down matte. It's so thin and it doesn't like cake into lines. Doesn't feel super drying. Probably should have used that one last, but I'm gonna wipe that off and try the next one. Okay, so let's go for the gloss next. I got the ultra glossy lip in the shade Flying Horses. So that's interesting. I love a glossy lip. Ooh, that's darker than I was anticipating. So ultra glossy lip, here we go. What the heck? It did say a brush applicator online, but it's very weird and small. This has a smell. Like a lip smackers smell. I don't like this brush. It's very stiff and weird. Like really stiff. It's like things are all stuck together. It's not sticky. It's thick though. Well, it's definitely sheer. It feels nice actually. Moisturizing. This one is supposed to be nourishing. It has jojoba oil in it. This brush sucks. Look at it. It's so tiny. And it's like all stuck together. Like it dried and got crispy. And the last but not least is a blotted lip. And that is a stick. Like an actual lipstick. It's not like in a tube like the last two. It's in the shade Drip. This is actually similar to Glossier Gen G lipsticks, which I really, really like. Let's give this one a go. Ooh, I like that. The color is almost identical. Literally everything I picked up is the same color. I think that's that for right now. Let's get a close-up look at the foundation. Oh, it looks so good. Pores actually look amazing. And it's literally not clinging even to this. I have a scar over here that's like really bad, and it's not even clinging to that. And everything sat really nicely on top of it. I'm really loving the feeling of this. So as you can see, my skin is not perfect by any means, but I'm really liking this. I'm almost liking it at this point better than the Healthy Skin Foundation from Physicians Formula. But I'm really liking lip products. I've been wanting to try lip products from ColourPop for ages. This powder so far so good. It's magnetic actually. I didn't say that earlier, but I really like this little compact. Like I want to keep this in my bag. I just think everything looks so good. I'm gonna check back throughout the day to see how everything's holding up. It is very hot. It's almost like higher than 90 degrees out. So we're gonna see how I survive for the rest of the day, and we will see if it makes me break out. But as of right now, this foundation is getting a 5 out of 5 for me. I really like. I do wish it had SPF, but that's not really a big deal. I know some people don't want that in their products, so it makes sense. I know a lot of people hate first impressions because you can't get like a week's worth of information. For me, that's not really something I have to do. I know it sounds so stupid, but for me, if I don't like something on the first day, I'm not going to use it again. And if I do like it on the first day, I tend to continue to like it. The only time things change is like when seasons change. So right now I'm trying it in the summer, and then in the winter it might not work because I get even more dry in the winter. So that's kind of my only thing that changes. Obviously I'm not going to use this for months before doing a review. Awesome. I'm very impressed, and I will catch up with you later. Okay, we are back. It's been about an hour and a half since I applied the foundation. Here we are, and I'm loving it. I just filmed a video. I don't feel like I'm very oily. I look a little shiny, but I think that's just the lighting. Yeah, everything feels really good. Let me get the compact out and look nice and close. And my pores are great. Like honestly, I don't use primer. It's just not, I think it's an extra layer. I don't like it. I don't like primer. Just I don't like it. But I look like I have primer on in my T-zone. My pores are so blurred. Not so much on my nose because I have those blackheads that just like are there forever and ever. But in here, my pores look so good. There's no oxidation. I don't look too deep on my face. If you're anywhere near my skin tone, I think light 60 would be nice if you are more neutral. So really like that, even though I first thought that was too dark when I opened it. So far so good on everything. I'm very impressed, and we will check back. So I apologize for the noise. It's definitely the air conditioning, but we're gonna deal with it. In the viewfinder, it actually looks really, really nice. I did look in the mirror earlier, and I have mostly been using natural light, and it looks really good natural light. And this is my lights and my window open, so it's kind of a mix of everything. I'm not looking really oily at all. I'm actually not feeling oily whatsoever, but I have a little bit of dryness right under here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Here, it's like caking in here. It's like flaking off. Like I said, it's not clinging to like scarring here and over here. But when I looked up real close in my other mirror, where it's like really bright, non-flattering light, it doesn't, I don't want to say it's clinging, but it might be like those little tiny facial hairs you get everywhere. It looks kind of dry on my chin, which is my most dry area, like around my jaw. Still looks really good on my pores, but like I said, I do have drier skin and this is a matte formula, so that might just be why. So right now, I don't want to give it a 5 out of 5 because I can tell by the end of the day it will be more dry. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 right now. I really like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just my skin type that's getting in the way. So it's been 4.5 hours. And I just took a wet or damp beauty blender and like kind of went over like right here. You can see that wrinkle. It was getting kind of cakey in there, and then right under my chin. It's not clinging to dryness, but it looks not good. I look a little shiny just because like the lighting is funny, but still looks good. But it's definitely like getting into these little wrinkle areas I have, so I don't know that it's great for like more older people who have wrinkles, and I also don't know if it's great for dry skin. Again, it still feels nice and it's not clinging, it's just kind of like caking. It was in my nose creases again, so it does blur the pores, but it's not great at blurring wrinkles. The coverage is still definitely holding up. It just doesn't look as good. I don't know. I think the powder is really nice and I do like the foundation, but I think I like the Physicians Formula one better. That was a little check-in, and we'll check in at the end of the day. I apologize for the noise on the air again, but I was just outside for a while and I was very sweaty, and I think it's still holding up really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't look oily at all. My nose is all shiny because I'm literally right underneath the light bulb. I usually don't wear foundation for more than 6 hours, so I think I am about to remove my makeup, but everything looks really good except for a little bit of creasing here and in my wrinkles. And then just like not dryness necessarily, just like weird looking on my chin. I don't know if you can see that, but where I'm the most dry, I can't describe how it looks, it's just weird. So I do like the Physicians Formula Healthy Skin better. This one is good. I think that's fine. I think if you were looking into it and you were excited about the claims, then you're gonna like it. I think it pretty much holds up to its claims. It's not wearing off throughout the day. I anticipate that it will look fine if I were to wear it for a few more hours, but I'm not going to. And I'm not breaking out whatsoever. I can tell when I look close in the mirror. There's no extra breakouts that I didn't have this morning. And really, I don't have any active breakouts at the moment. I really just have a lot of scarring around this area. So I'm actually really impressed. I think that I would 100% wear this again. There's really nothing bad I can say about it. I definitely think it's best probably for people who are oily to combo. And yeah, if you have any questions I didn't answer, please leave me a comment below. I'd be happy to get back to you. And I also want to mention the lip products. Gloss did wear off after around 3 hours, but I did reapply it and I just ate an ice pop and it's still there, my second application. So that's pretty good. It hangs around, it's not sticky. I really like it. Pretty much all the lip products I give a thumbs up to. I would 100% order from ColourPop again. Really like the powder, by the way. The No Filter Sheer Press Powder. I will definitely continue to use this. This might be my favorite of all the products I got. Thumbs up on all ends. I'm giving the foundation a 4.5 out of 5. It's just not my favorite thing in the world, but my skin looks really good except for down here. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope that you got something from it. But please subscribe to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, thanks for watching.